Hey guys, so today I have errands to run. I'll be by myself pretty much most of the day because Chris is going with the groomsmen to get their tuxes finally. It's super icy in our parking lot. They did a crap job of cleaning them up. So I have to go to the bank, I have to go to the beauty supply store, then I'm going to get my hair done, like colored and trimmed, and see if I like the color for the wedding. So yeah, my Chris and my mom want me to go like darker, kind of what I was when I was younger. So that's what I'm gonna try out. I found a picture of Sanaa Lathan in her hair that I loved, and they both said, yeah, I like it. So hopefully they like it on me. Anyways, so that is what I am doing today. I have to go to the bank now and get get a check for rent, because that is due. And just some other things. I think I might try to go to Ulta today, because NYX Butter Gloss came out with these intense butter glosses. So I want to try those. And sorry, I'm looking at my eyelashes because when I do my makeup, they don't look as like intense as they do when I either take a picture or when I look here, or even when I'm looking in the mirror. They don't look half as intense. So take you guys along today. Hi, so I just got out of my hair appointment. Didn't do any highlights today because I think we're gonna stick with like the sort of the same color that's I kind of have already. So there wasn't a point to like color my hair and then have to just come back in a few months and color it again. So that was awkward. So it was nice though. I got a nice deep conditioner and a good trim because it definitely needed it. But yeah, it looks quite nice, if I don't say so myself. She did a great job. She's Pam. I got Pam at JCPenney Springfield. She always done my hair for the past almost 10 years. I'm trying to start my car, and sometimes when my like steering wheel is in a weird position, it doesn't turn on. I don't know. That's just one. Woo! I was jamming apparently. So anyway, she's doing my hair for the wedding. So we were just talking about that. I'm gonna come back in April and get the highlights done. And then on the Fridays, sorry, Chris just called me asking a ton of questions about this fitting thing. It's like you go to these places and then like I have my idea of what I want him to wear and what I want all the guys to wear. But when I say what I want, the like experts, quote unquote, are like, well, typically they wear this and typically they do that. And I'm like, well, number one, I'm not typical. I'm unique in my own way. So don't tell me typically. I know what I want. And that is so frustrating. That has been frustrating to me about this whole process. Because there's a lot of things like as far as, when people are talking about so this is gonna be like a little bit of a rant because it does frustrate me. Like I didn't want to do a whole sit down dinner and a cocktail hour and all this other stuff because that's not what I wanted for my wedding. But everyone else is like saying, well, typically this is what they do and typically this happens, typically that happens. I'm saying like, I don't want that. I don't care if it's typical or not. My wedding is about me and my future husband, and it's about what we want and how we want our friends and family to remember our day that we got married. Does that make sense? Like it's so frustrating to me when people say, well, typically this and typically that. I'm like, well, I know this clearly. Like anyone who gets engaged will go and research all this stuff. And so, yeah, you know what is typically done. But if that's not what you want, that's not what I want. And if I said to you that's what I wanted, then that's when you should bring it up. But don't sit there and say, well, typically this and typically that. That's one thing. When we met with 2 wedding planners, so at my parents' house, I'm basically getting like the palettes and stuff that I miss so much to take up there, because I need them. Like, these Coastal Scents palettes are so cheap, but so worth the money. I mean, you get like 100 something shades in them, you know? Some of these I don't even really use, like these Urban Decay Vice palettes I don't use. I ordered this matte one. I don't use. Oh, my Lorac unzipped. This Tarte one I don't use. Like, some of these I just need to sell, I guess. Too Faced Sexy. Do not use. Hated that palette. Don't use that. I got this. I have another one at the apartment for the blush that's in there. My one MAC blush that the girl conned me into buying at the store. So I finally got my makeup home. Most of what I wanted to keep. So my lipsticks and brushes, and it's not like organized like I really want it to be. This is just temporary so I can get, you know, little stuff. Those are my palettes I use the most. I miss so much. My Coastal Scents. And what's in here? Oh, nothing. All my blushes and face stuff. And this is like eyeliners, eye stuff. I try to separate them out by like task. And more brushes that I brought. I made this too. Because I was looking at Etsy like for how much, because I wanted one of these when I first started doing my makeup or getting into makeup seriously. And they're so expensive, so I made it for like $10. And some eyeliners and my mirror, so yay! And tomorrow I will hang my mirror in the lights.